A football player with a gambling addiction once dated royalty and was running for prime minister. He made a bet with a teammate to seduce the manager's daughter, was punished for punching a taxi driver, and went out without pants. If that's enough, you can imagine how much of a troublemaker the player I'm going to describe is. This is the unique life of a player who was known for various problems on and off the field throughout his life. Hello, We Soccer 88 regularly presents interesting sports content for fans, so you can support us by subscribing and liking. The content that will be presented in this video is about one of the most notorious footballers in the world who can make problems. In 2004, Arsenal recruited the Danish League's best U17 player into their reserve team. That player is the young Nicklas Bendtner, who will later become famous as Lord Bendtner. In the first 2 seasons, he had only 3 appearances for Arsenal first team, and in the 3rd season, he went to Birmingham on loan. It was reported that the thing that got him to loan him away was that he was caught hiding in the ladies' dressing room to avoid training. Bendtner would go to strip clubs at least 5 times a week, so he was often the target of head coach Steve Bruce's anger. So he made a £1,000 bet with teammate Matt Benton to date the coach's daughter, Amy Bruce. However, Bendtner and Amy really fell in love, and Steve Bruce wasn't very happy. That season, Bendtner scored 13 goals for his father-in-law's club, helping them to promotion to the Premier League. When he returned to Arsenal, he had a disfigured fight with his teammate Adebayor on the pitch. During that season, he got more appearances, and on the other hand, he became addicted to gambling, which led him to lose $400K in a single night. When he broke up with Bruce's daughter because of this behavior, Bendtner lived a playboy life with many girls. He was eventually being blackmailed by one of them who told him she would only end her pregnancy if he bought her a boob job. The savior who came into Bendtner's life with all these problems is Caroline Fleming, a Danish princess. Caroline, the daughter of a Danish baron, had a relationship with Bendtner until they had a baby, but she couldn't change Bendtner's behavior. Bendtner has been booed for his performance on the field, and he was criticized in the media for leaving a nightclub with his pants hanging around his ankles only hours after losing to Manchester United. That year, Bendtner won the Danish Player of the Year award and even claimed himself as the best striker in the world. Shortly after saying this, there was a terrible car accident in Denmark due to reckless driving. In Denmark, fines are not fixed, but are collected as a percentage of a person's income, so the police got a lot of funding that year because of him. Still in the middle of all of this, Bendtner thought that he was very unlucky and went to the fortune teller. The fortune teller convinced him it was all because of his back number 26, so he switched his number to 52. I don't know if it's a coincidence, but Bendtner scored a hat trick in the Champions League after that and showed his best performances in the 2010 World Cup. In 2011, Bendtner went on loan to Sunderland, where his ex-father-in-law Steve Bruce managed. While still at Sunderland, he and his teammate Cattermole were charged with vandalizing other people's cars while drunk. At Euro 2012, Bendtner was fined €100,000 for revealing his underwear with a gambling ad after scoring a goal. Juventus were interested in Bendtner, who played well for Denmark in the Euro 2012, and signed him on loan for a season. While he was in Italy, he was arrested for drunk driving no less than 4 times, and his license was suspended for 3 years, and he was also banned from the national team for 6 months. Bendtner was so unpopular at Juventus that not a single jersey with his name was sold all year. In 2014, Bendtner moved to German club Wolfsburg and played with the strange jersey number 3. He played 2 seasons in Wolfsburg, and it's also strange the reason to leave that team. Although the main sponsor of Wolfsburg is the Volkswagen car company, Bendtner posted with the Mercedes on Instagram. During that time, Bendtner was jokingly running as a candidate for the Danish Prime Minister and was very popular in the media. Also, he bought a square foot of land in Scotland, and he began to be called Lord Bendtner. He later moved to Nottingham and then went to Rosenborg and showed his performance for 2 seasons. During that time, he was jailed for 50 days for punching a taxi driver after an argument over a £4 fare. After that, he moved to FC Copenhagen from his hometown, but he retired from football due to COVID-19 pandemic. Bendtner, who was only 31 years old at the time of his retirement, continues to host the TV shows and game tournaments. He should have had more success in football, but because of the problems he made, his ability was affected, and he ended up at a young age. Thank you very much for watching till the end.